What's the first thing you should invest in to drive better in races? Pedals! Checking out Sim-Lab's XP1 pedals right here, right now. Greetings from me, you're watching Rum, the channel sharing the joy of sim racing. Today we're once again reviewing a sim racing product that could interest you. Thanks to all those who come here often, especially those who subscribe, and even more, our patrons. My name is Serta and I will be your host for this video. As I've said many times before, the first step in your sim racing journey, once you know sim racing is your thing, is changing your pedals for something better. You can go fanatic club sport, or you start racing with the grown-ups and get some nice modern load cell pedals like the Sim-Lab XP1. Of course, if money's not the matter, you can go Huizinveld or Simulcube. Let's keep it civil for now, okay? The classic pair of throttle and brake XP1 Sim-Labs will set your account back by €491. All three pedals will cost you €639. We only got the throttle and brake from Sim-Lab to review, so we can't tell you anything about the clutch. Let's check if those two are worth the money. Not only do these look good, there are many details that show the good engineering of the pedals, from the brass rings on the pedals to the ease of just using an Allen key to change positions, or even the pedals themselves, or even the ease with which you can change the angle of the pedals. The keen observer will have noticed there's parts of the pedals that are completely the same for both, and why not? Keep it as simple as possible and you can produce more in bulk, which lowers the production costs. A sign of good engineering, which we are getting accustomed to see in Sim-Lab. See the link up there. If you want to adjust the treble of the throttle, you just have to fiddle with this blue knob, which is incredibly easy to do. You can also adjust the preload of the spring of the pedal with these two blue nice knobs. If that isn't enough, Sim-Lab deliver a stiffer spring for the throttle, and changing the springs is once again incredibly easy. As you may have guessed, changing the elastomer and spring on the brake is as easy as changing the spring on the throttle. And the same goes also for the preload of the brake. And look at that golden load cell. As a matter of taste, I really like the design decisions Sim-Lab makes. By the way, this is the same load cell you will find in the Sim-Lab handbrake. See the link up there. Continuing with the brake, Sim-Lab here also deliver not one but even two different springs for the brake, as well as two other elastomers with different pressure limits, so you can set up the brake any way you prefer. These come directly with the pedals, you don't need to buy them extra like with other pedals. Affixing the pedals to any kind of rig, to any kind of position, should be extremely easy, as they have not just made holes but complete rails, so you can move the pedals quite precisely to where you want them. Yet again, nice forward-thinking engineering. And as with the GT1 Pro rig, we got an extensive selection of nuts and bolts to be able to fix the pedals anywhere we wanted to. Once you've set up the pedals where you want them to, you connect them to a control box that looks much less engineered than the pedals, and connect that control box to your PC. All cables you need are delivered with the pedals, no worries here. While I found it strange that they deliver an extra box, it's not a deal breaker. Normally the electronics are part of one of the pedals, like in the brake in the ImSims, but come to think of it, in the extremely improbable case the electronics break down, you just need to exchange the box and not the whole pedal, or go fiddling with the pedal to change them. As I said, no biggie. Making changes to these pedals is so incredibly easy, it can end up being a game on itself. But don't be misled by my ironic comment here, it's fantastic to be able to change the pedal situation with almost no hassle at all, and it may be even an idea to change the elastomers and springs depending on which type of car you are driving. Has anybody tried to do that yet? Let us know in the comments if you have, or give us tips and ideas in our Discord. While racing, I needed some time to learn how to use the brake correctly. This is no surprise, but it took me longer with these pedals than with others we've tested. And I'm not counting the couple of changes to springs and elastomers I did, because in my opinion those are part and parcel of getting acquainted with the pedals. Once I learned the pedals though, the brake was excellent in the way I could very precisely apply pressure. I always knew where I was with the brake, no matter what sim I was using. Great precision of the load cell, fantastic fine-tuned racing. I had lots of fun with it. If you like what you see, how about supporting us? A like, a subscribe, or even becoming a patron. Patrons get access to exclusive content and are involved in our decisions. Help us grow with your support. Well, we come now to the big question. Would we recommend these pedals? Should you buy them? On the scale of pedals we've tested until now, I'd put the Sim-Labs between the Fanatics and the ImSims. In my opinion, the ImSims are more precise while being less easy to set up. And of course, there's an important price difference between the ImSims at €700 for 2 pedals, plus their elastomer set at €120 and the 491 of the Sim-Labs for 2 pedals, which already includes elastomers and springs. And while the Fanatic Clubsports sit at €400 for a set of 3, the difference in quality is day and night. The Sim-Labs are much better than the Fanatic. A set of 3 pedals plus elastomers sets you back €1,070 for the ImSims and €640 for the Sim-Labs. While I consider the ImSims to be better, these may very well be subjective, and I'm not sure I'd consider the ImSims to be €400 better than the Sim-Labs. If money is not an issue, take the ImSims, but if you're looking for the best bang for the buck, the Sim-Labs may have a better price to quality ratio. Not to mention how incredibly easy it is to have the Sim-Lab XP1s fit your choices while driving and even play around with the elastomer, which is something I'd rather not do with the ImSims. There's better pedals out there for sure, but better pedals at this price? I doubt that. If your budget is around €500, go for the Sim-Lab XP1 and enjoy the races!